Am I right in saying that this is the men's F mile race? Fantastic.
Race. It is the F mile here.
So with our hip number 1, you've already heard these names, but you hear them once, let's hear them nice, let's hear them twice. So hip number 1, we got Turville Independent. Number 2, Bell Mornington Peninsula. Number 3, Spawn of Mentone. Number 4, Hopkinson Independent. Number 5, Bradshaw of Chilwell. Number 6, Shap of Western A's. Number 7, Seven Hewson of Frankston. Number 8, Hershen of MAC Maccabee. Number 8, Hershen of Maccabee. Number 9, Morrison of Yarra Rangers. Number 10, Barnes of Williamstown. Number 11, Pratt of Mornington Peninsula. Number 12, Mendez Melbourne Uni. Number 13, Farrar Mornington Peninsula. Number 14, Jenkins of BEU. And number 15, Nichols Independent. And our pacemaker is at the front of this race.
And that's Kennedy Chen there from Box Hill. I think he raced earlier in an 800, so he's back out there after pacing the last race as well. So he's had a big effort tonight. And
Doesn't stop.
Followed by the Mornington boys. That's Joel Bell there and Jai Farah behind him. So they're definitely going for it. Honest pace. 1:11 for that first lap.
1:11's not messing about. Now, you race a few of these boys because you didn't even look at anything and you knew who those guys were that were coming past. So
yeah, I raced the Mornington boys a bit. I can't see Pratt in there, Ollie Pratt. So I think they... Oh, actually, that's a different Pratt. I think it might be his dad. But yeah, Joel Bell's up there, and he's sitting in the lead of the real race there, behind the pacer Kennedy Chen, and Farah just sitting in behind. So Bell's a pretty good runner. He's just signalled at Farah to jump on behind him there. So a bit of team tactics going on. The training partners there.
yeah, he's having a look around, isn't he? He's saying, hey, big boy, we've done this, week in, week out. Time to jump on the back. The man to watch out for is the Mentone athlete in Spawn. He has won some of these Victorian Milers Club races before, so he knows exactly what he's doing. But it is wildly strung out. I know the last one was strung out too, but this one seems to be more than the other. So our two training partners at the front sitting behind Kennedy Chen. He did a lot of work in that 100. He seemed to get a good bit of work in that last race, and maybe Kennedy might be feeling it a little bit as we start to roll around. So we'll see if he steps off the track. If not, our Mornington Peninsula athlete on the inside there with hip number 2 is going to be Bell. So 2:23 on the clock. So Bell's going to lead it through, and he's got about 15, 20 metres here, Isaac. And as I said, here comes Fon. Watch out for Sfonny.
Yeah, so Bell looks like he's out on his own here. Could be a long run for home for him if he doesn't get any help. So Fon's going to have to try and make some moves early if he wants to catch him, because that gap could be a bit too much on the last lap, because Bell does have a pretty good kick. He's got some good credentials. He's made Team Vic and made Nationals a few times, so he's not going to be easy to catch, and he's got that steeplechase strength as well, so he's definitely going to be one that's tough to catch here. So Fon's going to have to get a move on.
Yeah, he looks pretty poised right now, Bell. I will say that he is looking incredibly comfortable out in front. Obviously, as you said, he's got a lot of accolades. He'll be no stranger to these sort of races. So he's going to have to do a little bit of work, Sfon, to be able to catch up to Bell, who is almost striding out. And the only man who looks like he could catch him will be Sfon. Training partner in third place there may be able to move up, but it's going to take a lot of work for Pratt to be able to get up there. So it's going to be Bell, Sfon behind him, Pratt behind him there, Hopkinson as well sitting there in fourth place. So it's nicely strung out, probably not as far apart as what you see on the screen right now. Only about 10 metres now from Bell to Sfon. So at the bell, conveniently that is 3:39. So Bell's going to get it. Here he comes now, the man I said earlier, Sfon. He knows how to win these races. We now see Hopkinson move around our Mornington Peninsula athlete. Sfon now, geez, he was tasty because he's chewed up that lead right now with 300 metres to go. So Bell going to have to either tuck in and find another burst.
Looks like he's struggling there. Bell.
I think Sfon's got him. He is absolutely moving. Can Bell just tuck in? He's got about a 10-metre period here where he really needs to grit his teeth, and it looks like he has, so we might hold on. We'll see what can happen over this last 200. 4:14 on the clock. Bell not going anywhere. Sfon leading it out. We also see our man in third place there is going to be with hip number 4 on the side of his body is going to be Hopkinson. So, Hopkinson in third, but as we turn our attention to the front of the track, Sfon now, he's broken the tether, and this is what he does best. He knows how to win races, and win a race is what is exactly he's about to do right now.
Hopkinson's closing. He's finishing real quick, yeah.
He might get through for the minor here. Bell's got to be careful. Hopkinson moving, but at the front of the pack, the leader is going to be Sfon, and he's going to take the win for Mentone here. 4:48, 4:49, 4:50 on the clock, so sensational racing. Bell gets it there. Hopkinson now too. So too comes the training partner now of Mornington Peninsula. So that's Farrar. So these boys got moving, but Swan, I told you he knows how to win these races. That's what he does best.
Yeah, it was a good race there. Joel Bell had it tough out there. He was on his own for about 2 laps of the race, and Swan was just closing in on him. But it was a pretty solid race. A lot of the boys were strung out on their own, but had people to try and catch in front of them. And I think they all used the people in front of them pretty well because everyone's run pretty quick times here. So solid race.